Once the order is complete, you'll want to invoice it. In this example, we're going to demonstrate a deposit invoice and a final invoice. First, select the order to be invoiced and choose More, Build a single invoice from one or more orders. You'll be presented with a dialog that asks you to choose an invoice template and whether or not you want to change the status of the order. In this case, I'm going to leave it active and click OK. This is to build a deposit invoice. Here I'll say that I'm going to collect a 30% deposit. I'll go to the Lines tab and use the Mass Update to let the system calculate 30% of all the lines. Once this is done, I'll go to Overview and review the invoice content, Distribution, choose who I want to send it to, enter an email, change the status to Distribution, and click Save and Send. This will send an invoice to the customer and record it in IQ. You'll notice in the dialog at the top, the customer has been updated and the invoice created in QuickBooks. We'll go look at that in a moment. I'm now going to demonstrate a final invoice by once again choosing the order and again choosing Build Single Invoice. Since this is the final, I'm going to allow the system to change the status of the order to invoice so that we know that it's complete. Click OK. Again, we're jumped over to the invoice module and the system has detected that another invoice already exists. Therefore, it's numbering this one the same as the order, but appending an A suffix on the end. I'll change the title to say that this is the final invoice. Go to the Lines tab and notice that the system has updated all the lines to invoice the remaining amount. The system will show you that there is a 30% deposit and the amount that was billed for each line to get to that 30%. Again, we'll go to Overview, look for accuracy and quality of the presentation, go to Distribution, and send it to the customer. Change the status to Distribution, save and send, and the system will send the invoice out. We're now going to move over to QuickBooks and show that these invoices have moved over to here. I'll click on Sales, and you'll see that orders 1078 are represented with two invoices, the original deposit and the final invoice. If we double click on any of these bars, you'll see all the content of the invoice that matches IQ, each of the line items along with their quantity, rate, etc.